So you're thinking about moving to Bellingham, Washington, and you have a budget between $600,000 and $700,000, which just so happens to coincide with the median sales price here in this area. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 homes in this price point that recently sold, helping you better understand this segment of the market. And if you stick around till the end, I'll provide a recap not only of Bellingham, but what's going on here in the rest of the county as well. We're going to get started right now. For today's video, we're actually going to dive into my computer so that I can share on my screen these 3 different properties with you, show you the photos, show you the neighborhoods, and again, with the ultimate goal of helping you better understand what's affordable for you in this particular price point. Let's do that now. So diving in on my computer, you can currently see the outline of Bellingham as indicated by the red and white lines. Now, we're not going to dive in and spend too much time talking about the different neighborhoods in Bellingham. In this particular video, though, we will touch on briefly some of the things that are going on here in the specific neighborhoods of the homes that we'll be looking at. So first on our list is 2051 Ponderosa Court. Now this is in the Lakeway neighborhood. This is, you can see here where the home is indicated on the map, and if we zoom out just a little bit further, you'll take note that there are places such as Whole Foods, Meyer, I-5, many of the main sporting areas here. So the Sportsplex, which is ice skating, indoor soccer. You've got Civic Field, which is the main stadium for the city of Bellingham, the track, football, soccer field. In the middle, you've got our baseball fields here, Joe Martin Stadium, where the Bellingham Bells play. So idea here for this particular location of home is that it's in a great, convenient location and close to a lot of great amenities. Just a bit further up the road, you've got, for example, Walking Falls Park. So heading over to Realtor.com, you can see this home, $600,000. Now, side note on these, all of these homes that I'm going to show you today have sold within the last 45 days. So today is August 30th, 2024. Everything I'm showing you today has closed in the last 45 days. Again, this is a 3-bed, 2-bath home. It's 1,220 square feet. It's on a very small lot, only 3,049 square feet on the lot, so it is tucked into the neighborhood quite tightly. We'll see from the photos, does have a little bit of a backyard, and it does come with a 1-car garage. Now again, sales price on this was right at $600,000. So you can see from the front, nice curb appeal, a few more photos, and we'll get to the interior. So coming off the front porch, you'll see that there's updated Trex decking. You can see inside that at some point in the not so distant past, this home did receive some new floors, new trim, probably some new lighting fixtures, new paint. And this is staged. You can tell from the furniture that's in these photos that the listing agent has staged this home so that it presents well both in photos and in person. But you can see your main living area just off this front door. This is going to dovetail right immediately into this dining area. You've also got your stairs right off the front door heading to bedrooms up top. You do have not a huge kitchen, but well appointed with regards to, of course, having all of your appliances, newer stainless steel, not a ton of counter space, but you know, this would be a great candidate for one of those rolling carts, islands, what have you, that you could move maybe over against the wall here when you're not using it. Does have the sliding door that goes off the back of the kitchen. It gets you out to that backyard. Again, it's not going to be a huge space, but certainly enough to have a pup or maybe have a couple friends over for backyard barbecue. Aesthetically, you know, it'd be nice if somebody came and put in a new fence, something wood instead of this chain link, but you do have a little bit of a yard here. So I guess low maintenance would be the name of the game. Looking back in the back of the house, or the back of the yard rather, towards the house. Getting into the bathroom, again, this has been updated. So that's a quartz countertop and nice white cabinets, showing you the proximity here to the bedroom, which has the laundry built into this closet, additional closet space here, bedroom number 2. And so at $600,000, you know, somebody's come in, they've renovated and remodeled this home. They've got this 3rd bedroom set up as an office, and the home is turnkey, right? At $600,000, it's not the nicest of the homes that we'll see today, but completely turnkey, completely move-in ready. If you did decide to make changes, it would be based on preference and not based on necessity. So that's what's going on at stop number 1, 2051 Ponderosa Court. Now we'll go not far down the street here. We just so happen to find 2 properties in relative proximity to one another. Just actually a short trip across the street for 2106 Old Lakeway Drive. This home is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, more of a character home. It's trying to provide you with a little bit of compare and contrast here against something that is a bit older but renovated versus something that is significantly older and of course also has had updates along the way. But this home sold for $630,000, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,356 square feet of living space, bigger lot, substantially bigger at 8,382 square feet. And this home was built in 1916. This one does come with a 2-car garage. So we'll pop up the photos here, and you can see right away, as is indicated by the woodwork and the paint structure that they've chose to employ, tells you the age of the home and kind of some of the historic characteristics that we see of some of these early 1900s homes here in Bellingham. You've got a nice porch walking into some really cool wooden floors with some built-in bench and hooks, again with the probably original and or not so recent light fixtures that are included. This one has the wood floors here in the main living area, and again this home has been staged to provide more context for what it would look like if someone were living here as opposed to looking at it when it's empty. Sometimes people have a hard time seeing furniture in the home and being able to discern how the space could be used once they're there. But you'll see that as is stereotypical in some of these older homes, the rooms are smaller. Floor plan is somewhat narrow. You go from these wood floors that you can tell in the photos, these need some love. It'd be great if you could sand them down and restain them. That you come right into a kitchen with a really cool older stove and what is original, if not, cabinets from many, many years gone by. So, it's cute, but this is something that you're probably you're going to do one of two things. You're going to love this home exactly the way that it is, or you're going to come in and you're going to spend some money in addition to that $630,000 purchase price to make some updates, presumptively in the way of a kitchen, in the way of some flooring. But again, sometimes this is exactly what people are looking for in a home, especially when they're looking for an older character home. In the bathroom, we've got some of these really cool tiles along with the clawfoot tub. You can see that some of these things probably have been updated at some point along the way, namely things like electrical and the bathroom fan, of course. So has had some updates, but again, largely focused on retaining the original charm of the home. This is a mudroom off the back. Looks like somebody's got a little freezer there. And then this presumptively is a basement level. So they have installed a mini split, got this set up as kind of an office space, home gym. And we'll also see back to the increased lot size. Looks like somebody probably has or had chickens to this property at some point. You've got the garage here detached from the home. And as promised, the 2 cars. So again, a little bit smaller house, a little bit bigger lot, very different stylistically, a little bit quieter neighborhood. And this again was at a price point of $630,000. Now going in a completely different direction, we're gonna head to 801 Northview Street in Bellingham, and we'll go back to our map. The Cordata neighborhood. So this is far north in Bellingham. For reference, we'll zoom out a little bit. We're traveling all the way from the Lakeway area here, all the way up to about the furthest north that you can get to remain in Bellingham proper. In fact, just beyond that, you have the North Bellingham Golf and Country Club. And you can tell when we look at the map here that much of what's going on, particularly in this area, is new homes, because you can see these streets, many of which the homes have yet to be built, and just kind of the remnants of the dirt work from whenever these satellite images were taken. So 801 Northview. Now, this is a new construction property. It was built in 2022. It's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath at 1,603 square feet. And this is also on a 3,900 square foot lot. So equitable in size back to the very first one that we looked at. Pull this up and just scroll quickly through these photos. Being new construction, you're gonna see, just a much more modern home, right? You're gonna see lots of white in terms of cabinets. Probably, we'll zoom through here, but with your countertops, you're gonna see this nice contrast in the black surround behind this fireplace. You're gonna see things like mini splits, which are gonna give you both heating and cooling. A ceiling fan, great room concept is another big thing that you're going to see within the newer construction category. So this is your kitchen, dining, and living kind of all in one space. Got your powder room here just off of this main living area, and then presumptively a bedroom here down the hall. Just about all these new homes are going to have stainless steel appliances and either granite or quartz countertops. Going to have more modern lighting fixtures, and colors of paint are either going to be a white, or this is probably what's known as Revere Pewter. It's a Benjamin Moore product that a lot of new construction builders will use. Many of the floors that we're seeing go into new construction range from being kind of a grayish to a lighter brown. Occasionally we'll see floors that are more blonde. Here in the bathroom, you've got your double vanity, some tile, got your walk-in shower, and a nice big walk-in closet. One of the things that you will note as you look out the windows is that these homes are being built again on these smaller lots, and these are going to be in close proximity to one another, with this downstairs bedroom staged as an office. You have, of course, again, continues to be new appliances. Important thing to note, if you do buy a new construction home, oftentimes washer dryer are not included. Those are something that you would purchase yourself. This does have a great deck space. Again, close proximity to neighbors, so that's much of what you're going to see. And then you can see, again, small lot, but definitely a usable yard space as well. So scrolling all the way back to the top, getting out of our photo view. 3-bed, 2.5-bath, $680,000, new construction in Cordata. Now, I said we were going to do 3 homes today, but I actually want to show you one more because I wanted to find something that would get us up higher in the range that we've been talking about, the $600,000 to $700,000 price point. If I can talk and type at the same time, we'll zoom out on the map here. So this takes us all the way out to Sudden Valley. Now, Sudden Valley is a neighborhood that is technically outside of Bellingham city limits. It's not all that far from the first 2 homes that we toured here in the Lakeway neighborhood. It's going to take you about 15-20 minutes to run this stretch going from Sudden Valley back towards the core Bellingham area. You also have the option, if you're headed south, to connect with the freeway here down in Alger. But Sudden Valley's a unique area. There's a lot of cool stuff that's going on out there. Typically, your dollar will go a little bit further in Sudden Valley than it will in these core Bellingham neighborhoods. And you do have access to a variety of amenities like the marina, the golf course, a variety of public beach access. They've got, tennis courts. They've got a swimming pool that's open in the summer months. They have a fitness facility. So there are a lot of great amenities out there in Sudden Valley. One of the common complaints about Sudden Valley as we're looking into this hillside here is that there is a lack of light exposure because Sudden Valley is kind of built on the east side around the lake, but on the west side, kind of into the hill and into a very heavily forested area. So that is one of the common complaints we hear about Sudden Valley. Now, with this particular home, you can see from the hero shot that it's got great exposure. This is a 3-bed, 2.5-bath home, 2,141 square feet on approximately 7,500 square foot lot. This one, brand new, built in 2024, and it just sold for $695,000. So we'll go ahead and scroll through these photos, same as we've done on the previous properties. You're going to see that some of the landscaping is yet to go in at the time that they did photos for this property. You do have your main entrance and a 2-car garage. Again, it's going to be more modern finishes. This looks like it's probably LVP, luxury vinyl plank flooring with, your MDF trim. They do a nice job of trimming out all the doors and windows. You've got these metal graspable handrails. You typically have, again, these more modern light fixtures that we'll see. And the photos and kind of the color of these photos probably don't do this home justice. And the exposure, especially with this light being here in this photo, is probably washing it out a bit. But I suspect, if we go to see this in person, that it would actually show quite a bit better, and that there would be a better contrast between these floors, these counters. You almost get, kind of a yellow overtone here. But again, you're going to have quartz countertops, stainless steel appliances, good sized kitchen with a nice island in the middle. Again, have the great room concept, which is very, very common in new construction, almost, across the board. I mean, we just don't see the segmentation and separation of rooms that we used to, dating back to, early 1900s all the way through, really arguably even into like 70s, 80s, 90s. I mean, it's really been in the last like 20 some odd years that the great room has become popular for all of its benefits with regards to entertaining, having, people in the living space and in the kitchen, really in tandem, right? Because that's where, when we're having company over, where we all spend the bulk of our time. So again, this home is staged to give you a perception as to the size of the rooms and how you could use the space. Nice open concept on this main level, and the stairs that are taking you up with a nice kind of a separate living area here in this upstairs space. Big, spacious primary. Always nice to have a ceiling fan. I always like it when they do the windows on either side of the bed. I think that it's great when you can have windows on multiple sides of the room to really bring a lot of light into the space. Again, especially when we're talking about the fact that this area is more heavily treed. And of course, you can always go to your preferred website to look at these properties on your own. I apologize if I'm scrolling too fast, talking too much. But hopefully this gives you a good sense of what you can get here in Bellingham in this $600,000 to $700,000 $700,000 price point. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel, we encourage you to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you can keep up on all the content that we're releasing about Bellingham, Whatcom County, and all the great things that are going on here in this area. My name is Jeff Engen, and I'm with MJB Real Estate Group here in Bellingham, and every day we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you considering a move to this area, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking about moving tomorrow, 10 months from now, sometime in between, I encourage you to reach out. All of my contact information can be found below, and I also encourage you to take a look at our free relocation guide that we've recently released to help you better understand this area and if it just might be a fit for you. But for now, let's get back to talking about this $600,000 to $700,000 price point. All right, so as promised, we're gonna do a brief recap of the market in this particular price segment. Now, at the time of filming this video, there are a total of 86 active listings for homes and condos that are between the $600,000 and $700,000 price point in all of Whatcom County. If we break this down, it ends up being 20 single-family homes and 5 condos in Bellingham. Gives us 7 single-family homes and 7 condos in the Linden area. It's a total of 9 single-family homes in Ferndale. There's 2 homes for sale currently in this price range out on Lummi Island. We've got 2 condos and 14 homes in the $600,000 to $700,000 price point in Blaine, Washington. And then last on our list is Everson Nooksack area with a total of 8 homes that are currently on the market in this particular price point. Now, when we talk about the distances from Bellingham to some of these other areas, you can reasonably expect to get to Bellingham from the Blaine area in 20 to 30 minutes, depending on where you're coming from. Ferndale as well, depending on where you live, if it's north, if it's south. Again, a reasonable amount of time is probably 15 to 20 minutes to get into Bellingham proper. Linden is up the guide, Meridian a little bit further. You're probably gonna wanna plan for something in that 25-minute ballpark. Could be 30 if you're further north when you're coming from Linden. And then Everson is actually just north and east of Bellingham, and it can actually get you over to the Barkley area depending on where you're coming from, which is one of Bellingham's core neighborhoods, in, in some cases as little as like 12 minutes. So what's important for you to know is that if you're looking for a home in Bellingham and you're really fixated on this particular price point and you are not seeing the type of home that you would like, some of these other neighborhoods that I mentioned, other towns and cities that I mentioned, Ferndale, Linden, Everson in particular, many of these are going to be new construction properties that are on the market. So can't find what you're looking for, we may want to talk about expanding your search parameters. But for now, just want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Remind you one last time to download our free relocation guide, either via the link here or the link below. As always, appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.